Okay, guys. As I have said previously, that I was going to take you guys through a process that I would do to take your code from Refine. I said I was talking about Refine, so I said I would help you guys. If you created something in Refine, you can't export it if you are not on a paid version of the of Refine. So I'm not on Refine right now. I'm on base 44. So I just built a dashboard quickly, and I don't know if I should show you. Let's see. I haven't started recording this site. I'm supposed to start recording. Sorry. Recording could not be open. Please check your recording path. Okay. So sorry guys. I'm just going to check quickly where I want my output to go. For now, I just want it to go to the dashboard. I'm just going to put it on the dashboard. Desktop classroom. Let me create a new one. Let me just quickly create a folder here. I'll call it base 44 code. Yeah, just gonna call it base 44 code. And I wasn't recording, so I don't know if I should start. Let me see. Start recording. Okay. So I'm on base 44 page, and as I said, I was going to show you guys how to take the code from this website. You cannot actually get a code from them by hitting this button over here. Where is it? It says you see here there's a button that says export as zip. If I try to do that, it says upgrade your plan, so you cannot actually get a code. So whatever you have worked on with base 44, you can only get it out of their system only if you are using a paid version. If you are on a free version, you cannot. So I said I was going to take you guys through a process that you would take. I mean, again, I said that this would be quicker because of this is still the best because you are really not you didn't code, so you have to work on something. Nothing comes for free. Not everything is free. So let's fire up this thing. So it's still an invoice dashboard. I don't know. Let's just say dashboard. Let me see if I'm dashboard. Yeah, I just created a folder on my screen on my PC that says dashboard. So you're really not gonna be able to see this part because let me see if I can record double. This one is OBS, so I'm gonna try and see if I can record with double recorders, and one records the bottom screen, the other one records the other one records the top, the other one records the bottom. So let's see if I can do that. So I'm gonna hit record here and see where it's recording to. Record shows recording, but I don't know what screen am I capturing here. Let me stop it and save it on a desktop and see which one am I recording. I'll tell you just now. Okay, I'm recording the correct one, so that's fine. When I hit record, I'll be recording that one on top and I'll be recording the bottom one as well. So first time I'm dual recording. Let's see how it works. I hope it doesn't stop the other one. I really hope it doesn't stop the other one. So let's get to it. So you can see on my screen, I have Visual Studio Code over here and I have a dashboard. So I'm just gonna drag and drop the folder. Oh my gosh, let me close it again. Let me close Visual Studio and start recording. Yeah. So I'm going to drag and drop. I think I closed it. I hope so. I'm going to drag and drop it over here. It will open the folder in Visual Studio. And then it's just going to ask you if you trust the thing. You say yes. And then, so now that the folder is open on Visual Studio Code, it would be the same name that you use for your app, of course. And then I'm going to come to the top right over here and click on this particular icon here. It opens the bottom terminal, and then I want to close this. I don't want it to have. Yeah, I close that part. So this side is going to be a folder structure, and then this side is going to be where I'm working. So now if you're in the folder, you can see that we have, I just want to show you the simplest. So we're going to focus on this, right? So this is where the code is. Entities is a folder and source is a folder. Inside the source, you'll have all these other folders, and then you have the files. So anything that it says .js, it's a file. .json, it's files. And then these are the what do you call it? These are the files, and then these are the folders. So inside folders, sometimes you may find other folders, like here, components UI. Inside the UI, you still have files. You see, it's just a, yeah. So it's gonna be a little bit complicated to do this, but I don't think I can take you through the whole thing, but let's just start with the top. So the top is going to be two folders, that is, says entities and source, src. So in order to create those folders inside of your terminal, you're just gonna say mkdir, that's make directory, and then you just put a name, entities space, and then you do src, and then when you hit enter, it will create. That's on MacBook. So if you are on Windows, I can't remember the command here, but just go to Google and check it out. So mkdir is for Mac. So if I hit enter, you'll see that the two folders are created right over here. You can see here. So I have two folders created there. That's the quickest way to use the terminal. I prefer using the terminal than to create the folders one by one. So now we have another stuff to create there. Git ignore components .json, ESLint, index.html, jsconfig, package.json. Those are the files. So to do that on Mac, you say touch. The other one you set mkdir, right? So now doing this on Mac, you say touch, and you say vid.config is the first one, and then you come .config.js, and then you come to the next one, which is tailwind.config.js as well, and then readme.md. I don't think you need to create that, but let's do it. It's in caps. Let's see, readme. I think it's, they call it what? Instructions or something? I can't remember what you call it. Yeah. .md, and then the next one is post css, post css dot config dot js, and then the next one is package.json, package.json. Then you go to index.html, ESLint dot config dot js, and then we go to components.json, components.json, and then there's git ignore. I don't think it's going to open, but let me just say dot git ignore, and then when you hit enter, all the files will be created. Let's see, hit enter, you see they are all there. So you just type the name, you say touch, and then you start doing that, and then it's, so now here's the easy part. Now that you have the files, you don't have anything on the files. So the first one is going to be vid.config. You click on that, and then you go to the file, you copy everything, copy, Control C, vit config, you come to your vit config, you paste, and you can close it. Save, you close. You go to tailwind.config, tailwind, you come here, copy, close, save, readme. I don't know if readme is gonna even open. Yeah, there's it. Command A, it's select, Command V, it's paste, save. I usually go with in order for me not to have a problem with what, with, so that I don't forget where I'm supposed to be, I just do them by line, so I know when I'm from here I'm going to the next one, which is which one is next. I don't want to get confused, so I don't do them randomly. I focus on cancel, Command A, copy, and you'll come to your file, you just paste. You paste all the code one by one. I don't think this way. I just did package.json, JS config. Where's my JS config? I didn't create JS config, so it's fine. I'll remember JS config, so I'm gonna go to index and then Command A and copy, index, paste, save, and then eslint.config, eslint, and select all, copy, come here, paste, and I said no, don't. I said it's config. I said don't save. Okay, just put it back, and then yeah, components, Command A, copy, Command V, close, save, git ignore. Well, git ignore is fine because a lot of time this is the file that helps you not to commit stuff to git that you don't need, like the I think depending on what your thing uses, your app, forget about that. Let's continue. So I was missing one file, which is what do you call it, JS config, right? Yeah, JS config. I didn't have that one, so I'm just gonna say touch again, touch JS config dot JSON, enter. Yeah, JS config, it's here now. So I'm just gonna copy the contents that's on that, the code that's on that, and paste it over here and close. So we're done. The first part is done. So we're gonna go into source, and then in the source file, can we try starting with the files first? Let's start with the files before we go to the folders. So in order to change the directory, remember that now we are on the main dashboard. So we're going to say cd and then src and then enter. So we are in the source folder, and then in there we have pages.config, main.js, JSX, layout.jsx, index.css, app.jsx. So let's start with pages.config. Touch pages.config and then space and then main.js, main.jsx, and then layout JSX and index.css, index.css, and app.jsx. Hit enter, and then that should be done inside the source file. It's there. You see, everything is there just as we planned. And then we pages.config. Let's take what's on pages.config, command A, copy, command V, close, save, main.jsx, main, command A, and command V, close, then layout, copy, save, index.css, right? Yeah, so that's the styling. And what I like about this systems, they use similar concepts, and so that if you are migrating from one, you don't struggle, because some of us, we want to use different platforms to do different stuff, and they don't have to differ all that much. So we're done. Now the next thing inside of source, we have folders again. So now we're going to say mkdir. So guys, these are the last folders that I'm creating. I'm just creating the main folders. I'm gonna create API, yeah, API, components, hooks, lib, pages, utils, enter. These are inside the source folder, so you can see those are there. So let's go to the pages. Actually, I'm more interested in pages. So pages have pricing, payments, invoices, invoice details, dashboard, create invoice, client.jsx. Let's just start with business. It's already selected everything. No, not everything. I just did the selection now. So business settings.jsx. We have to remember, guys, every time you are in a different folder, you need to remember where you are creating your stuff. So I am currently inside source, so I'm just gonna say cd, which is change directory, sorry. I'm just gonna say cd. Now I'm sitting into pages, into PA. If you say PA and hit enter, tab, it will finish the command, and then I'm in pages now, and you hit enter, then you get into the pages. So inside of the pages, I will say touch again, touch. Remember, guys, because when you start with your package.json, it has dependencies and everything that is listed that's going to be used to create your app. And because of that, you are going to have what was this? So now, for your pages to work properly, guys, remember you need to be able to navigate between the pages and stuff. So if these are not spelled according to your files, let's say when you import pages into like the dashboard, you're importing the clients and everything, those pages needs to be the naming of your files has to be exactly the way they are. So in some apps, you can, if you start with the capital, start with the capital. Don't make these things are like case sensitive, so you have to be able to do that. So business settings dot JSX, and then client portal dot JSX, clients dot JSX, dashboard, or create invoice dot JSX, and then dashboard dot JSX, invoice detail invoice detail dot jsx invoices dot jsx payments dot jsx. Then we go to pricing dot jsx. So those are the files that I'm creating inside of. Let's have a look inside pages. You can see that the pages folder is empty, so those files should appear there when I hit enter. Let's see, come back here and hit enter. Inside of pages, now you have all those pages created. So you see how quick it is. So let's go to business quickly, business settings, and select everything, copy, Ctrl V, paste and save. You go to client portal and select everything, copy and paste and save. Clients and let's have a look. Yeah, where am I now? Okay, create invoice. Yeah, I'm on create invoice, so I'm gonna paste that, save, dashboard. Now I'm on dashboard. Save invoice details. Just want to make sure that everything is copied, guys. I just don't want to find myself having done all these things for nothing. Where is it? Oh, I'm supposed to close it up here. And then invoices, Command A, copy, Command V, save, payments, Command A, copy, Command V, close, pricing, Command A, Command V, and I'm done. Like, I don't know how long this thing has been, so I'm on 23 minutes. I'm stopping the video right here, guys, so you have the concept of how you do it. And because it's the same in Refine as well, so let me have a look. I'm just gonna open Refine. I'm gonna open Refine. I don't know which project I will be logging on to right now. I'm just gonna log into Refine and yeah, I'm gonna log into Refine just for you to see what invoicing client dashboard. So at this time we're looking at the client dashboard in Invoicely in Refine. Yeah, in Refine. So I'm hoping that this one as well will give us it will give us something to work on. Preview. I want preview revenue. No, I don't see display here. What in the shopping stick? Yeah, so let's say this is what Refine gave me. Refine is lazy. Refine is terrible. Why is Refine giving us some simplest nothing, no data at all, and it used up all the credits? So the plan is this, and credits, where do I see what credit did they use? If they used everything, I doubt. I can't believe. I mean, like, this is absolutely blank, like blank something. You see no interest, no expenses, and it doesn't even give you the buttons to do that, to import that. So let's go to the file structure. So the the file structure inside of Refine looks like this. So remember now, guys, you're gonna open your dashboard, and you're gonna go to the same, almost the same, right? Almost the same files, and then you just, for these ones, these are files. So you say touch and then the name of the file, and then you hit enter, it goes. And then for the folders source and public, you just say mkdir, it creates a directory. So inside the source, again, you get components, hooks, lib, pages. This one has providers as well, and then it has those files again. Remember, on the other side you have the similar structure, but this one it's using, yeah. So that's pretty much how you get the code out of those apps without paying. But it's hard work because you didn't pay. If you had a paid version, I had a paid version for creating my app, my web app, and when I hit this download button, it just gives you the actual download file. It gives you the download of everything, so you absolutely get everything that is inside of here. Let's close that. Everything that is inside of here. So look at this. The only difference, I want to tell you what's missing in this file structure is the node modules that are used, but you install those from packet.json. So these are the dependencies and the dev dependencies, these ones here. So this, you can only get a folder for that once you say you hit npm install in the folder, and then it will install those ones. So other than that, everything is there. So again, some of these files like components UI, this comes with a thing, so you don't have to create those. You don't really have to create this, you don't have to create that. You just have to worry about even the hooks. You don't have to, you just have to worry about what's here. You see, you just have to worry about what's inside of these folders. Yeah, this you have to create because there is code here that you are lazy to do. So it did it for you. So in this one, you will have the edit, list, show. You will have to get the code. But on the other files, such as the UI, these ones, you don't have to get a code from this. They come with installing Refine. When you're using Refine, they will be created. I'll show you how to create a Refine project. The Refine project will come with these ones. The rest of this, you don't have to worry about those. The only ones you have to worry about are the ones inside of the pages. So once you get this right, you have your app. So cheers guys, see you on the next video.